on with you because I've never understood the answer to this. I have an idea, but I'm curious to see what you think. There's still, especially as Arabs, there's always been this stigma with mental health, and I just struggle to understand where does it come from and why is it still there? It's because we've reached a point, like I see COVID, like you said, COVID in a way, obviously it's a terrible thing and it's a pandemic and so on, and it's affected millions of people. But at the same time, especially particularly for mental health, I look at it as a blessing in disguise, because if you're trying to avoid it before, you can't anymore because you've experienced it. You've experienced it yourself. You know what I mean? So I struggle to understand how, even with COVID and everything that's happened and what we're going through, how is there still a stigma? I don't understand. So where does it come from and why do you think it's still there?
I have to be, I think also you would agree that stigma is global. Like,
yeah, of course.
It is still of taboo for us here. Only this year they started actually raising awareness around it, or let's say last year, so, but in other countries they've been working on it for how many ages? So that's why you would see progress in some other countries compared to the Arab countries. And I would say even in the Arab, not all of the Arab countries, even they're working on it. They look at it as a luxury topic, first world problem. So it is. This is how it's been. I mean, the stigma is there. It comes with the mental stigma, comes with the mental healthcare and mental issues, because I believe they tend to feel like they are in control of their brain. Like once you come across to them and saying like, no, I'm not in control of it, or there's something that's happening without my control or my awareness or my full control on it, they would be very much offended. And this is what's happening. And that's why stigma is an issue here and in the West and everywhere. Again, they've been working on it for some time, here still yet. And what also, let's be also honest about it, what also makes it a bit of an edgy topic here is people, they attach this with the belief that there's God and with their religion backgrounds. And like they would go read Quran if you feel like you're in a panic attack and things will be high, which is I believe, and I come with a strong religion background. I know how much how my prayers, they should be my meditation, and how praying 5 times is actually a way for me to meditate and disconnect, and it starts from all of that. So I'm not against that, but we have to be realistic. We have to understand the logic behind the mental health issues and the chemicals that your brain starts producing when you're actually going through an anxiety or ACD. I mean, there is some logic, and even our religion is very much pro being logical, and you normalize things, and you research, and go for science, and do your work, do your part of solving the problem, and then leave it to God to help you and support you. But you need to do your part first, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what people are missing it. There is a lot of miscommunication. Let's say, I mean, this is how we've been raised, I would say, if we would generalize it. I'm glad though that our generation, the younger generation, they are more aware of the importance of the topic. They understand it. They are open, I would say, to listen, to listen at least. We need, again, to translate that from listening and being open to start taking an action, which is a challenge. It is the greatest challenge. It is.